Welcome to Study Frame. This is school, but for warframe players, for I guess intermediate players that want to understand the mechanics of the game on a deeper level. Let's go with our first lesson. More crit isn't always a good thing. Let's go. So I see people usually use critical delay with Frost Prime over there instead of point strike with Loki over there for the simple reason that more crit is good, right? Even though critical delay has minus 20% fire rate, a pretty significant amount. But critical hits are weird. More, you would expect the crit multipliers, the crit tiers, to follow this formula, 100% crit chance, that does your crit multiplier. Orange crits, double the crit multiplier. Red crits, triple the multiplier. And so on and so forth for each higher crit tier. But that's not really how it works. See, crit tiers use the formula 1 plus the crit tier times the modded crit multiplier minus 1. Okay, cool. What does that actually mean? So let's say our modded crit multiplier is 7.4. Or we just plug in 7.4. We got 1 plus the crit tier times 7.4 minus 1. So as we can see, the jump is consistent. It's not multiplying your status. It's not multiplying your critical damage. It's simply adding 6.4 on top of it because that's the critical damage minus 1, which introduces the concept of diminishing returns. As we can see, your normal damage is 1. Going from 1x to 7.4 is 640% damage increase. Very huge. But going from yellow to orange is only an 86.5% damage increase. And going from orange to red is only a 46.4 damage increase. And it goes even lower the higher crit tiers you scale into. So what I'm trying to say is that minus 20% fire rate might not be worth the extra crit chance you get from critical delay. Reminder that crit chance mods aren't additive, they're only additive of the weapon's base crit chance. So if you're going to put on critical delay for a higher chance to get this damage bonus, but point strike already gets you from 1x to 7.4, the biggest damage bonus, then critical delay probably isn't for you. But more importantly is the problem I see in a lot of warframe builds is overkill. Let's say that this heavy gunner has 1,000,000 health. You have your big ass Kuva Shakur. It's modded to the brim, it's gonna hit some crazy fucking red crit. Oh shit. And it does. It deals 8 million damage. And it kills the enemy. But the problem is, the enemy only had 1,000,000 health. Which means that 7 million of that damage is completely wasted. That damage doesn't exist. You see the damage number, but the damage essentially isn't there. Another example would be, let's say that this weapon, the Kuva Shakur, does 8 million, and let's say that these dual toxicists deal 20,000 damage, right? So theoretically, this does more damage than this. But here's the thing. If the enemies you're fighting only has 15,000 HP at the max, then they both deal infinite DPS. But this one just does it way, way faster because it's dual pistols instead of a lever action rifle. So what I'm trying to say is crit isn't the best thing, right? If you're already doing enough damage to not need the crit, then why add even more crit at the cost of your actual kills or DPS? If you're already one-shotting enemies, magazine capacity mods and reload speed mods probably offer you way more than a big crit chance mod to put you in another crit tier when you're fighting base steel path enemies and not level cap Thrax with Overguard. So yeah, this is my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah.